Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Excuse me, my throat. But hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and welcome back to another reaction video. So, it's been a little bit of a few days. It hasn't been that long, but it's been like a few days since my last video. Well, actually, no, but I made a video on Thursday. That was my last video I did. But, you know, when it comes to reaction videos, it's been kind of a few days, and now I'm back with another one. I'm still continuing where I left off with the Mortal Kombat character voice comparison reaction videos. And, I know there's plenty of more Mortal Kombat characters left to do, but today I'm going to be doing 3 more Mortal Kombat characters, and then tomorrow, I'm not positively sure about it, but I know you guys have been waiting for the WWE 13 for the Wii Altitude Era mode because I kept talking about it, and I know I've been saying I'm going to do it, but then unfortunately in some of my videos I said that I probably ain't sure if I'm going to do it because I'm starting to feel like I have second thoughts if I want to do it or not. I was thinking about it during my time after, Wednesday was my last day of school before, Thursday was the graduation, and here I'm at home, enjoying the time for summer break while I can until I can find out, knowing for sure if I'll get the job, if I'll get to work over the summer at the Red Oak Whataburger like I'm wanting to. But anyway, so I really have not made my full decision yet, but I'm strongly, I just can't decide if I want to do it or not, WWE 13 for the Wii Altitude Era mode, because you see, the problem is that WWE is very restrictive of things these days, and, you can easily get a copyright strike if you react to something involving wrestling or even listen to music and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, I try to be careful with reacting to anything related to wrestling, because it's very restrictive these days, so I'm just curious to wonder if I'll get a copyright strike if I play WWE 13 for the Wii Altitude mode, if any certain videos and stuff are copyrighted. Pretty much I plan on skipping the entrances, because, the superstars do have entrances in the game. I plan on skipping the entrances and just get to the match, but I'm wondering if the commentary or even the little slideshows of videos and stuff are copyrighted or not. I'm just curious to wonder, because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but if it does, I'm just going to have to take the video down. So that's another reason why I'm concerned about it, if I'm going to do it or not, because I'm concerned about copyright reasons if I play the game. I mean, I've uploaded videos of me playing WWE 13 for the Wii before, and, I haven't received copyrights for them, but, for the Altitude Era mode, it's a little bit different compared to the actual, game, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm probably most likely going to do it tomorrow. I'm not sure if I will, but I'm thinking about doing it tomorrow because, I've just been, even though I've been sitting watching TV all day, but it's getting close to, the end of the day. I mean, it's 6:32, so it's not that many hours before the end of the day, but, just because, it's almost close to the end of the day, I thought maybe I'll save it for tomorrow, because I want to continue watching some more videos until later on when I'm ready to go to bed, you know what I mean? So, I'll probably just keep watching videos, and maybe I might play some other games. I don't know. I haven't really played video games in, weeks or almost a month. I don't know why, but there's that. So stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll see if I do decide to do WWE 13 for the Wii Altitude mode. Most likely, chances are, I probably will do it after all. Because, for the past few days, ever since my last day at school was on Wednesday until the next school year starts, it's been pretty boring at home. Because I've just been constantly staying at home watching videos all day. And it's just getting really, really boring. So chances are, because of how boring it is and because it's just kind of boring not being able to make any YouTube videos, spending away from doing other stuff, chances are I'm probably going to most likely make WWE 13 for the Wii Altitude mode gameplay tomorrow. I'm probably going to start it tomorrow. I don't know if I will, but chances are I might, so maybe I'll do it after all, and I might start it tomorrow. So stay tuned to find out tomorrow, okay? But until then, I'm going to continue on with the Mortal Kombat character voice comparison reaction videos. So the last one I did was Noob Saibot. He was the last character I did, and it was a pretty good one. Reacting to Noob was pretty interesting because the fact that it covered Baihan, who is his real name, covered him as both Noob Saibot and as the original Sub-Zero, so it was pretty interesting, actually. Not what I expected, but yeah. So anyway, because I was thinking about who I wanted to do next, I remembered and thought about it. So because I've already done almost most of the ninja characters, so, I've already done Scorpion, I've already done Sub-Zero, I've already done Reptile, and I already did Noob Saibot, which was my last Mortal Kombat reaction video, I figured I have yet to do Ermac, Rain, and Smoke, since they're the other 3 ninjas of Mortal Kombat that people know very well. So I figured if I've already done Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Noob Saibot, how about if I just get to the other 3 ninjas of Mortal Kombat being Ermac, Rain, and Smoke? So that's what I'm going to do for these. So today, as I said, I'm going to upload 3 videos of me continuing the Mortal Kombat character voice comparison reaction videos. In this video, I'm going to be doing Ermac, as you can tell from the background picture, and then the next video, I will do Rain, and then in the third and last video for the day, it'll be Smoke. So those are the 3 Mortal Kombat characters I'm going to be doing today for Mortal Kombat character reaction videos. I'm going to do the rest of the 3 ninjas of Mortal Kombat, Ermac, Rain, and Smoke, and then I'll have all the ninjas of Mortal Kombat completed for voice comparison reactions. I mean, there's 2 other ninjas as well, which is Chameleon and Tremor, but there are no voice comparison videos for them on YouTube, so them 2 are not unfortunately going to have a reaction to, so might as well just get to the ones that I can seem to find on YouTube. So like I said, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Noob Saibot. And I might as well get to the other 3. So Ermac, Rain, and Smoke, and that'll make 7. So, like I said, Ermac will be first in this video, and then the next video will be Rain, and then the third and last video would be Smoke. So stay tuned for those next 2 videos as well. So, anyway, what do I have to say about Ermac? There's not really a lot to say, other than he is a pretty cool ninja. You know, he's the Red Ninja of Mortal Kombat. He's another classic character. You know, any character from the original 3 Mortal Kombat games or Mortal Kombat trilogy, they're all just simply classic characters. Ermac is the classic Red Ninja. He's mostly known for his telekinetic powers, which is pretty much basically his standard for his special moves. You know, he uses telekinetic powers and all that kind of stuff. He's really cool for that. He's a pretty awesome character, and although his looks and changes over the years has kind of been somewhat controversial because he's looking less like the ninja he once was to looking like a whole new character, kind of like in that background picture, he's still a pretty awesome character, you know? He is some of people's favorite Mortal Kombat characters, so there are some Mortal Kombat fans that said that Ermac is their favorite character, including my good buddy, the Big Rob 729, who's my second favorite YouTuber. He even admits that Ermac was his favorite character as well. I actually did a reaction video to him reacting to all the Mortal Kombat characters' fatalities in Mortal Kombat X, and he did say Ermac was his favorite. If you haven't seen my reaction to Big Rob 729's Mortal Kombat X All Fatalities reaction, you should go check that out. I did react to other videos in that video as well, but I reacted to Big Rob reacting to all Mortal Kombat X fatalities, and he did say Ermac was his favorite character. So if you haven't checked that out, you should go check it out. So like I said, go subscribe to my buddy the Big Rob 729. He's a great guy. He's my second favorite YouTuber. He hasn't been making videos in quite some time because he works, you know, and it's really hard for him to make videos nowadays compared to back then. But shout outs to him though. He's a great guy, and I'd love to catch back up with him on Twitter if I can, but he's been pretty busy a lot. And, you know, I was wondering if he may have some more suggestions for me, or maybe perhaps I can make him some more suggestions, because Big Rob has sent me a few suggestions before, and, you know, I took advantage of them and even reacted to some videos he requested. So if he ever finds me on Twitter again, because I did get a new Twitter account since the last time I texted him on Twitter, hopefully maybe he'll respond eventually, you know, because Big Rob's a great guy. I love him, so shout outs to you, Big Rob, if you're seeing this. But anyway, Ermac, cool character, nothing more or less to be said. So I'm just going to go ahead and just get this out of the way. I've kind of been speaking for a long time now. I'm sorry that my camera keeps turning over as well. I have to admit this camera is a little bit unbalanced because, well, the grip on this little stand that I have it for the ring light is kind of not that strong, I will admit. But I'm getting to the best of it, you know, and plus I took the cover off the phone as well because I was having trouble trying to get it balanced with the cover on, so this is the cover for my phone that I'm recording with. I took it off so I can have a more easier chances of balancing my phone, so I took the cover off so my camera can be more balanced, which is looking pretty good. But anyway, without further ado, I've been speaking long enough, I better go ahead and start this video. It's a pretty short one, only 2 minutes long, so let's see who I'm gonna love as the voice of Ermac, shall we? So let's get into it. So like John Cena and Triple H always say, your time is up, my time is now, it's time to play the game. Let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? Ermac, voice comparison in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm probably going to take a shower after this too, because I've kind of been sitting in my room all day, you know, I've hardly been doing anything, but you know, I probably will take a shower after this. I'm sorry if I'm coloring my hair, it's just, you know, I mean, I've been in here all day staying cool, but you know, sometimes the humidity can still make your hair go crazy, so I'll probably take a shower after I finish the 3 videos. Like after I do this video and then the next one Rain and the next one Smoke, I'll probably take a shower afterwards. So anyway, let's see. Kevin Michael Richardson? I missed that, hold on. Maybe I better turn the air conditioner off so I can hear. So hang on. So for those of you that, I think I mentioned it in my YouTube videos before then, but if not, I'll just say it again. I do have a new air conditioner in my room as well. I got a brand new air conditioner in my room, so you know, now I can really stay cool during the summer, so this air conditioner will really help for me to stay cool, so good for that. But never mind, I better turn it off so that way I can hear better. I mostly like to turn it off so that way I can hear, but anyway, let me get into this again. So let me start over. Alright, I should definitely be able to hear it now, so let's get into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or resume in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, the Emperor will be pleased. Let me hear that again. Well done, the Emperor will... Surrender or she is finished. Well done, the Emperor will be pleased. The voice ain't actually that bad, so I guess I'll go ahead and give it a thumbs up, although I'm not really a big fan of how Ermac is unmasked in this series. I know this was a series, Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, but I don't like the fact that Ermac is unmasked in here. You hardly ever see Ermac unmasked, so this is really weird and kind of in some ways can be controversial if you ask me, seeing Ermac without his mask on, so... Yeah, I'm just admitting, I'm not a really big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of seeing Ermac without his mask on. Just looks like a totally different character with him being unmasked and you see what his face looks like, so... Yeah, I don't really like it, but other than that, the voice is pretty good, though. Kevin Michael Richardson is a good voice actor. He does a really good job with a lot of villains and evil voices and monstrous voices and all that kind of stuff. He's really good for that. I really love him best as the Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show in 2012 on Nickelodeon, the 3D animated one. That's my favorite role for him, as the Shredder. And he also does do pretty good as good as Trigon from Teen Titans Go and Teen Titans as well. And there's some other voice roles I like him, even as Goro from the original 1995 Mortal Kombat movie. He does pretty good on that as well as Goro. But other than that, Ermac, he's alright. It's not the best, but he does at least alright enough of a job, so I'll respectfully give him a thumbs up. But as when it comes to it, he'll always be the Shredder for me. The Shredder will always be my go-to voice for him. You know what? Yes. Yes, I have to give it a thumbs up. John Medlin, I think that's how you say his name? John Medlin, yeah. John Medlin is the man who played Ermac in the Mortal Kombat Annihilation movie. That was made in 1997. This was 2 years later after the first Mortal Kombat movie in 1995 took place. This movie was to take place after the first Mortal Kombat movie in 1995, and they made Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation in 1997, and Ermac was in this movie. And this is the man who was behind the mask, apparently, John Medlin. But he did a pretty good job, even though I feel like Ermac maybe should have had more scenes than usual, because you gotta admit, they weren't really featured. I mean, they were featured at least a bit of enough, but they weren't featured enough that maybe you didn't get to see them use their powers and abilities that much. Or maybe I'm just daydreaming. I just don't remember because I wasn't as big of a fan of this movie compared to the original first one. I mean, this movie was good too. Don't get me wrong, but I like the first one better, 1995. But yeah, but this guy did a good job while he did, so I'll definitely respect him and give him a thumbs up. This isn't the only live-action Ermac we've ever had, though. I don't know if they'll show the other guy that I'm thinking of. But I'll respectfully give John Medlin a thumbs up. His performance was actually good. Wow. That's fantastic. Yes, to whoever the guy is that voiced him in Deception. That's a fantastic voice. It's actually very fitting because Ermac is pretty much like a demon as well. While he may look like he's human, he actually is a bit of a demon, so that's a pretty very fitting voice for that reasoning, so yes. Really, I wish we could know who the man was that voiced him in Mortal Kombat Deception, but that's alright. I wonder if you would look it up on Google, maybe they might know. Oh, Mortal Kombat 9, okay. Sorry, I just didn't think of it at first. It's just because, most of the time they usually put Mortal Kombat 9 down, but the fact it just said Mortal Kombat, I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh, it's Mortal Kombat 9. His mask kind of looks the same in Mortal Kombat Deception. If you look at the one from Deception, it kind of looks the same almost. Look at the one in Deception. And the fact that he's got that gem on his helmet. Yeah, it kind of looks the same here. It's just smaller and all that. So his look in Mortal Kombat 9 kind of looks almost similar to his design he had in Mortal Kombat Deception and Armageddon. It's just a little different, but yeah. Ermac, I love Mortal Kombat 9, and I like Mortal Kombat X and 11 as well, so anything from Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X, and Mortal Kombat 11 I have to give thumbs up to, because those were great games, so of course I gotta give a double thumbs up to Michael McCone, however you say his name here, Michael, for his performance as Ermac in Mortal Kombat 9. Fantastic game. It was kind of a cool way to actually relive the original Mortal Kombat games, because like I said, as I keep saying, it kind of reverted back to the original storyline in the original 3 Mortal Kombat games, but Yeah, pretty cool though. Okay, this we need to talk about. Kim Do, however you say that last name, Kim Do. This is the, or Kim Do. This is the man who played him in Mortal Kombat Legacy 2. So I've always talked about Mortal Kombat Legacy, and most people were not a big fan of these live action Mortal Kombat sequels. Mortal Kombat Legacy in 1 in 2011, and then Mortal Kombat Legacy 2 here in 2013. A lot of people were not a big fan of them. I admit I wasn't that big of a fan of them either. As I always keep saying, these live action Mortal Kombat sequels are nothing as good compared to the original 1995 Mortal Kombat movie or the Mortal Kombat series, Mortal Kombat Conquest. But other than that, I mean, personally, as I said, I liked Mortal Kombat 2 a little bit better than Mortal Kombat Legacy 1. I like Mortal Kombat Legacy 2 a little more, but, still, in the end, the Mortal Kombat Legacy live-action sequels are not as good compared to the two live-action sequels that I said that I love best as my favorite live-action Mortal Kombat sequels, the 1995 movie and the series Mortal Kombat Conquest. But, yeah, this was Ermac in this series, so I know a lot of people probably had to be disappointed in Ermac's design for this because he wasn't even red. He was just black, like he was Noob Saibot almost. He was just all black and he didn't have any red on him. He completely looked like a demon, even though that is what he truly is. He's a demon, but, he should have at least had a mask on, or should have at least maybe had, tape wrists around his face, or I don't know. They just completely kind of almost destroyed Ermac in this series. You could pretty much say that. They pretty much destroyed Ermac in this live-action sequel. They didn't make him look anything like the way we ever knew him as in any of the Mortal Kombat games. He's just a completely new character, just nothing like we've ever seen before. So look at his face, man. Would you think that's Ermac? I certainly wouldn't guess. He looks almost like if he's a different character from another game, or he almost looks like Quan Chi almost a bit, just a little more evil, especially when you got the black on his mouth, like if he's been drinking black blood or robot blood or something. But yeah, this is not a very good design for Ermac. I'm sorry. It's cool that they tried to attempt to make him look more like a demon with the face, but the fact that if you were to think about Ermac from Mortal Kombat games and compare to him in the live-action sequel Mortal Kombat Legacy 2, would you think this is Ermac? Because I certainly would not have guessed this was him. I never would have thought this was him. I mean, in a chapter, they talked about Kenshi's backstory, and an old man talked to him about Ermac, and then they revealed what he looked like, but still, I did not think this looked like Ermac from the beginning, so without due respect, no. Sorry. I mean, the fight between him and Kenshi was alright, too. It's just that the fact that the way they made Ermac look in the series is kind of what destroyed the whole appearance for Ermac in Mortal Kombat Legacy 2, you know what I mean? But the fight between him and Kenshi wasn't bad. The fight scene was actually not that bad. It wasn't the best, but it was alright. But overall, just because of the way how Ermac looks in this live-action sequel, it's just not the best. It doesn't even look that good. It just makes him look like a completely different character, so just out of respect, no. The voice is actually not bad, though. The voice I actually like, but the whole design that they made for him in this live-action Mortal Kombat Legacy 2 sequel is just horrible. It's just an awful design for him. Who remembers this design of Ermac? Let me know in the comments down below if you remember this. Because it's like one of those things that are so horrible, some people probably just don't even want to watch it because it's that horrible, you know what I mean? Yes, Jameson Price. Isn't he the same man that voiced... Who was it? Was he the same? Yeah, I think he was the same man that voiced Bi-Han Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat 9, because there was a different man that was voicing Kai Lang Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat 9. But however, when they... Because the whole story of the whole story mode is basically them going back in time, retelling the whole story again, which meant that Bi-Han Sub-Zero was back alive again, just only for him to be killed again, to relive the story of how Scorpion misunderstood him, thinking that he was the one who killed his family when it was Quan Chi in disguise to make him kill Sub-Zero. And then Kai Lang would seek revenge, and eventually Scorpion would then learn that Sub-Zero didn't kill his family, it was Quan Chi, and then Scorpion would seek revenge on Quan Chi. But yeah, Jameson Price, I think he was the man. Yeah, I think he was the man that voiced Bi-Han Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat 9. He was. So like I said, it was actually pretty cool. It really was a pretty cool idea how in Mortal Kombat 9, for Kai Lang and Bi-Han Sub-Zero, they decided to have two different men voice them, So that's pretty smart. It's kind of clever. And I think he actually voiced Noob Saibot as well. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, he did, because... Yeah, because I do remember in the Noob Saibot, but yeah, he was Baihan Sub-Zero, and he did voice Noob Saibot. It's only fair enough because, as I said, once Baihan was killed as Sub-Zero, he would then be resurrected and return back to life as Noob Saibot thanks to dark magic. So obviously, if Jameson Price was going to voice Baihan Sub-Zero, then it would only make sense for him to voice Baihan again, but this time as Noob Saibot. So yeah, he was in the last video. He voiced Baihan Sub-Zero and Noob Saibot. And apparently I didn't even know he voiced Ermac here in Mortal Kombat X, but yes, definitely. Wow, he really does a pretty good job as pretty much as some of the ninjas, you know? Not sure if he would do the best with all of them, but he's got some pretty good ninja voices. Like I said, he does a pretty good job as Baihan as Sub-Zero, and pretty good as Baihan as Noob Saibot, and clearly did a fantastic job as Ermac in Mortal Kombat X here. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive for him. Like I said, that voice really is actually pretty good. Because as I said, Ermac is really a demon, so it's very fitting for him to have that kind of voice, you know? Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was his last appearance. Well, actually, Ermac is actually in Mortal Kombat 11, but he doesn't appear as an actual character. Like, he's not a playable character. Basically, there's this thing called the Crypt where you're playing as just some random islander, and you're visiting Shang Tsung's island, and then when you're in the middle of, like, going out to the spike, you know, the stage where, you know, where you knock your opponent off the top of a stairs or whatever, and, you know, they get impaled by spikes, you know, as a stage fatality. Ermac, there's a little quick cutscene where apparently Ermac was thrown off and he gets killed by the spike by getting, you know, impaled by a spike to the chest. So Ermac does actually make a little appearance in Mortal Kombat 11, but he gets killed in the crypt, you know. I mean, even that design in Mortal Kombat 11 wasn't that bad. His design in Mortal Kombat 11 was actually not too bad, but, you know, he wasn't a playable character is what I'm saying, but, yeah. Alright, but when it comes down to it, though, without a doubt, I'm gonna say, well, obviously for live-action Ermac, obviously the only man that I love as live-action Ermac is John Medlin. Obviously, you've already got my votes on what I said about Kim Do in Mortal Kombat Legacy 2. Nope, because that design is horrible, so it's only John Medlin. John Medlin is my only favorite for live-action Ermac. He's the only one. So that's one. And then for animated-wise, video game-wise, and all that kind of stuff, I'm definitely going to pick, I'm going to have to give it to the guy who voiced him in Mortal Kombat Deception. He's not going to be up there as my favorites on the list, but I give him credit, though, because that was a good voice. It's definitely going to be Michael, however you say his last name, from Mortal Kombat 9, and Jameson Price from Mortal Kombat X. So that's a total of 3 picks. So John Medlin, Michael, whatever his name, from Mortal Kombat 9, and Jameson Price, Mortal Kombat X. So those are my 3 picks for Ermac, ladies and gentlemen. So now, y'all leave a comment down below, let me know who you love as the voice of Ermac, and don't forget to share it with all your friends to get their opinions as well. You all got my votes, now it's time for y'all to vote. So yep, my picks for Ermac are in, now it's time for y'all to decide. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break, because I've kind of been speaking for quite a long time, so, you know, whenever I speak so long like this, my voice gets kind of damaged. I mean, it doesn't get damaged, but, you know, it's just like my voice is getting kind of sore because I've been talking so long and talking so loud, but I'm going to take a quick little break, I'll probably get a drink, and then I'll be back, and I'll be getting into the next video, which will be me reacting to Rain voice comparison. So, stay tuned for the next video, as I'll check out Rain as the next Mortal Kombat character. But until then, I'm off right here, y'all, so I'm going to end it off right here, so see y'all later. That'll be it for today, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike it, give it a thumbs down. Join me next time for the next video. To all you boys, men, and guys out there, fist bumps go to all of you. To all the girls, ladies, and women out there, kisses go out to all of you. But until then, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day.